This is section 161, subsection 2, which talks about appointment of alternative director. The authority to appoint an alternative director emanates from the Articles of Association or a resolution passed at the General Body meeting, authorizing the board may appoint an alternative director. The only requirement is that the appointee, the proposed appointee, should not have been already holding an office of alternative director for any other director in the same company. If A is holding an alternative director, you cannot hold alternative director for another person also. One alternative director or one director. Or the original director and the original director is absent for not less than 3 months here. The appointee can act as a director for the original director. In case there is a proviso which says that no person shall be appointed as an alternative director for an independent director unless that proposed appointee is also qualified to be appointed as an independent director under the provisions of this Act. Proviso 2 says that with reference to the original director returning to India, the alternative director not to hold the office of the alternative director than the time permissible to the original director. Suppose original director is appointed for 3 years and the alternative director's appointment also will terminate at the end of the 3rd year, and the alternative director shall vacate the office if and when the original director in whose place he has been appointed returns to India. One is the maximum time period up to which he can hold. Second one is with reference to the instance when the other person returns, he shall vacate the office. What happens if the original director is getting reappointed? Whether the alternative director's office also is getting reappointed automatically. So therefore the proviso 3 says that if the term of the original director is determined before he so returns to India, he is away and now we are determining his term of office for extension, any provision for the automatic reappointment of the retiring director in default of another appointment shall apply to the original director and not to the alternative director. In section 152(7), the director is getting reappointed, that the terms of reappointment will apply to the original director and not to the alternative director. 152(6) and 7. So therefore, with reference to, for the purpose of this section, total number of directors shall not include independent directors, whether appointed under this Act or any other law for the time being forced on the board of the company. So there is a explanation. What is the total number of directors? Total number of directors shall not include the independent directors. This question has come and it is carrying 8 marks. Facts are Ram, the independent director of Superb Industries Limited, is planning to go abroad for 4 months, therefore for more than 3 months, for resolving some family issues related to his daughter. The board of the Superb Industries Limited proposed to appoint Mr. S as an alternative director in the company in place of Mr. Ram. Examine 1A. Yes does not satisfy the eligibility criteria to become an independent director of SIL as given in section number 149(6) of the Act, whether he can be appointed. B. Mr. R returned to India within 2 months before the scheduled time. What happens to the alternative director's position? C. Whether yes, in addition to Ram, to be included in the total number of directors used for calculating the rotational directors under section 152(6) of the Act. So therefore in 152(6), the rotational director, independent director is not included. So therefore in the case of other than the yes ROM only will be calculated. As far as S is concerned, E shall not be included. So therefore the fact has been given here. Another information given, RTP October 20, what was given, appeared as it is in exam for November 2020. October 20 they gave RTP. The same question came in November 20. So RTP is very important. Now applying the provisions to the questions. Question A, yes, does not satisfy the eligibility criteria to become an independent director of SIL Limited under section 149(6) of the Act. What is the position of Mr. R? R being a non-independent director and yes is alternative, not satisfying the eligibility criteria to become an independent director of SIL as given in section 169(6) does apply and therefore has no impact on his appointment. So therefore for independent director, if you are going to have an alternative director, he must be an independent director. If he is going to be a non-independent director, then section number 149(6) eligibility criteria will not apply to a non-independent director. R is a non-independent director, therefore yes can also, X though he is not satisfying independent director criteria, he can be appointed because R is a non-independent director. Yes can also be appointed as an alternative director for the non-independent director. 149(6) does not apply. R returned to India within 2 months' time before the scheduled time. So therefore, as per the section proviso, what happens? On the return of Mr. R to India, prior to the period contemplated at the time of appointment of Mr. S, S shall vacate the office. The time limit is that as soon as Mr. R is returning, S shall vacate the office. We saw in the proviso. Whether S in addition to ROM can be included to the total number of directors used for calculating rotational director purpose under section 159(6). S has been in place of R, who is a non-independent director, and hence not to be included in the total number of directors, and the retire by rotation and the reappointment will apply only for the original director, and such reappointment does not entail the automatic reappointment of the alternative director. Therefore, once R is included, he will only be calculated for the purpose of directors retire by rotation. And once R's position is decided, R only will continue, S cannot continue. Therefore, S in any case will not be added for counted for the purpose of section number 159(6).